Let's decide we want to refactor, rewrite this app. We are taken straight into the Modernization Studio of Modernization Hub. Here we see the suggested starting point for app decomposition based on the dynamic and static analysis and vFunctions AI. Each bubble represents a service or domain, pretty much replacing manual event storming by automatically finding the optimal service boundaries. The colors represent class exclusivity of the services. The dotted lines show calls between services, and the solid lines show the resources interdependencies. The type of resources vFunction analyzes include beans, database tables, transactions, sockets, files, and more. There are many parameters and information here that help the architect make the right decision in the decomposition of the app. The architect can drill into specific services, browse their call trees, familiarize himself with their code and functionality, and even change their entry points and more. What is important to take away is that the studio allows the architect to refine the services and arrive at the desired microservices architecture, while constantly seeing the impact of each design decision on the application complexity and viability of the services. The architect can merge services, split services, refine the boundaries of services, assign classes to a common library, remove dead code, and more. As an example, let's merge these two services, the diner's payment service and the payment service. The system recalculates the dependencies, creates the right entry points, and, as can be seen, the service exclusivity went to 100%, meaning many of the dependencies were resolved. Here is an example of a very complex banking application of 18,000 classes where vFunction identified the highest debt classes that require some manual refactoring. In some cases, when needed, our automation and AI are able to pinpoint the 10% complementary manual effort required to address the toughest entanglements in the most complex applications. The platform allows the user to roll back any design decision, as well as define parts of the app for multi-team collaboration. It also generates reports on database tables to service dependencies, enabling the decomposition of databases as a subsequent step. Once the architect is satisfied with the design, a service can be chosen for extraction. The architect sets the config parameters, and the system generates a service specification file that is based on all the design that happened on the platform. That file is used by vFunction's automation engine to scan the code and copy the different artifacts to create the actual project for the service. That includes the service code and its RESTful APIs. The service can then be compiled and deployed onto any cloud environment. Lastly, I want to show you the Continuous Modernization Manager screen, where the architect can set alerts via email or Slack on architectural drift based on exclusivity, dead code, growing common library, and other factors that are monitored as part of the CI/CD and by analyzing the application in production. Thank you for watching the vFunction demo.